Hey, what is going on guys? Cholo here and welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the huge budget smartphone, which is the Infinix Note 7.
Infinix is one of the more underrated brands here in the Philippines. While they mostly offer budget phones, a good number of them offer interesting specs that can rival those from more established brands. The Note 7 is arguably the biggest Infinix phone to date, and what makes this model intriguing is that it offers a giant phablet-sized display for under 8,000 pesos. Now looking at the pros, we got capable internals for its price, decent battery life for a big phone, and loud stereo speakers. Now down to the cons, you get a giant display only at HD+ resolution, too many bloatware apps, and not a real quad-rear camera setup. The Note 7 comes with a green box with a photo of the phone in the front, RAM storage configuration, and Note 7 branding with emphasis on its enormous 6.95-inch display size. The back of the box lists the Note 7's full specs. Inside that box, you get the usual: the phone itself, documentation, SIM ejector tool, micro USB cable, headset, a 10-watt charger, jelly case, and a screen protector. At first glance, you'll instantly recognize that the Note 7 is one really big phone. It dwarfs already large mid-range phones like the Redmi Note 9 Pro, though it is less thick than the competition despite having an equally large 5000 mAh battery. The Note 7 has an all-plastic build, utilizing a glossy finish for both the frame and back panel. Unlike previous Infinix phones, the Note 7 employs a fancy geometric design, along with the bold Infinix Note branding running towards the middle. You might want to use the jelly case included because the phone can be a bit of a fingerprint magnet. The SIM tray is located on the left, while the volume and power button are on the right, with the power button doubling as a fingerprint scanner. At the bottom, you have a loudspeaker, headphone jack, and an ancient micro USB port.
We were hoping that you would get a USB-C port for this because honestly a lot of budget smartphones have been rocking this right now.
For the Note 7's crowning feature, you get a massive 6.95-inch IPS panel. This has an HD+ resolution and a 20.5:9 aspect ratio. Its aspect ratio makes it ideal for watching movies, though the HD+ resolution is a bit of a downer. With a display that is close to 7 inches, we wished Infinix bumped the resolution to Full HD+.
That way, maybe we could have enjoyed the generous screen estate a little bit more.
What's nice though is that Infinix chose to use a punch-hole display for the 16-megapixel selfie camera, much like the current design trends. In addition, colors look decent on the Note 7, and legibility is pretty good even under direct sunlight. Also, the Note 7 comes with stereo speakers with DTS sound enhancement.
That makes it a pretty decent phablet for playing video games or watching videos.
The Note 7's strong points are inside. You get a Helio G70 processor that is paired with 6GB RAM and 128GB internal storage. The RAM and storage combination is something you rarely see in a budget phone.
The Helio G70 processor makes it a great performer for playing video games and for everyday use.
As for games, the Note 7 is great as a budget phone based on results that we got from Gamebench. Aside from being able to deliver more than 40 FPS on NBA 2K20 even on the highest settings, the Note 7 can run PUBG Mobile at up to 40 FPS in balanced mode. Playing PUBG Mobile in HD mode limits it to 30 FPS, though the difference is barely noticeable compared to the balanced mode due to the Note 7's display resolution. As for software, the Note 7 comes with an Android 10 based version of the Infinix XOS overlay. While we appreciate that it comes with the latest version of Android, we're annoyed at the amount of bloatware that cannot be uninstalled. Not to mention, some of the bloatware apps deliver unnecessary notifications that end up flooding your notification panel. Since they cannot be uninstalled, disabling them is the next best remedy to get rid of those annoying notifications.
Although we really wish that Infinix gave us the option to uninstall these bloatware apps.
You get a 5000 mAh battery with the huge phone. With their YouTube video loop test, the Note 7 lasted a little over 12 hours. That's a pretty fair score considering that the battery has to power up a large display. While the Note 7 comes with a 10-watt charger, it supports 18-watt wired charging. Using an 18-watt charger, it takes around 3 hours to fully top off the Note 7's battery. Being a giant phone, you also get an equally huge circular camera module that houses a 4 LED flash and 4 cameras. You get a 48-megapixel main camera, 2-megapixel macro, 2-megapixel depth sensor, and a low light sensor. While Infinix advertises the Note 7 as a budget phone with a quad rear camera setup, it is more of a triple rear camera setup as the low light camera is a stat stuffer. When it comes to overall camera performance, the Note 7's 48 megapixel main camera produced photos you'd expect from a budget phone. Here are some photos from the cameras. The Note 7 does a relatively good job of balancing highlights and shadows while keeping the white balance and colors as accurate as possible. Selfies taken with a 16 megapixel snapper produced generally good photos regardless of the lighting conditions. Here are some pics. For videos, the Note 7 can shoot up to full HD at 30 FPS. Despite being a budget phone, the Note 7 has an anti-shake feature, which is called anti-video for some strange reason, that adds a small crop for more stable footage. And there you have it. The Note 7 is unique among the budget crowd as it is one of the few phones to have a huge display, stereo speakers, and a pretty solid set of internals headlined by the Helio G70 processor. For those looking for an affordable phablet with decent speakers and compelling internals that can handle some of the most popular games today, you might want to consider the Infinix Note 7.
Please don't forget to check out our full review on unbox.ph, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos. Also, hit that notification icon if you want to get them updates when we drop them videos. Once again, I am Cholo, and I'll see you guys in the next one.